going. Well, that's him, folks. We are gonna bring him up for you. This has been an absolute treat. Again, he's wrapping up an over 50 show tour across this country. We have ripped it up here in BC. We were in Oliver, Lake Country, Summerland, and now here in Kamloops. Scariest street I have ever performed on in my life. And tonight, folks, your headliner, he truly is one of the hardest working comics. Originally, he is from England. He now makes his home here. He is a Canadian citizen. Yes, he has a Canadian Comedy Award. You've heard him on CBC Radio's Invaders, or you've watched one of his 2 specials on Amazon Prime. He's here for you tonight. Put your hands together and make him feel welcome, James Mullinger!
Yeah, can you make sure? Yeah, well, I got it out for him, but as long as he gets it back in, we're okay. Ladies and gentlemen of Kamloops, thank you all for being here today. I was last here in your beautiful city in 2019. Welcome back, Philip. Let me just double check down there. Let me get my friend on the other. Yes, all good. Come on back in. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for my new friend, Philip. Kamloops, I knew it! 2019. Right. Okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be a problem. Okay. I was here in 2019, I was supposed to be back in 2020, then the world ended. I mean, I don't normally think about the COVIDs, but there are some benefits to the COVIDs, aren't there? With the hindsight, right? Thanks to the global pandemic, more than 75% of men are now washing their hands when they leave the toilet. Not Philip, obviously, but it's truly a joy to be here. Lots has changed since then. For me personally, the main thing that's changed is I have actually, as Rob said, become one of you. I know I don't need a passport to get into Kamloops, but these are treacherous times. We're a few hours from the border. I can hear the fucking gunfire from here. It's an amazing thing. It's a great time to be a Canadian, is it not? Yeah! I've never felt more important to be Canadian pride. I love it. I love the pride. I love the fact that we've all been brought together. Even fucking Quebec wants to be part of Canada now. It's an amazing thing to see. Who would have thought it would take an orange rapist to bring this country together? It's wonderful. Everyone's doing the things that we should have been doing all along. Buying all Canadian products, supporting local, breaking down the boundaries and supporting each. Like if you're in those Facebook groups, like Made in Canada, where you check that you're using the right things. I was in one last week, there was a lady, she was absolutely mortified. She just found out that Charmin toilet paper, made in Pennsylvania. She was like, I've been wiping my arse with Charmin! I'm a bad Canadian! From now on, I'm only using Purex made here in BC pride. Every time you take that wipe, feel proud that you're doing your bit. Another lady came in, she was absolutely mortified. She just found out that Trojan condoms are made in Texas. Do you know that? She was like, I've been using a lot of Trojans lately. I'm a bad Canadian, I'm not doing my bit for Canadian economics, Canadian prosperity. Can anyone recommend a Canadian alternative? Someone else chimed in, what's the difference between American condoms and Canadian condoms? I couldn't resist. I had to chime in. I put, well, Canadian condoms, they're exactly the same as American condoms, just a lot bigger. It's a big dick joke masquerading as social commentary. Or is it social commentary masquerading as a big dick joke? Who knows? Who knows? None of this, of course, is anti-American sentiment. You know, again, as Canadians, we welcome our neighbours. It's a beautiful thing. And I know for a fact, some American visitors in tonight, and I want to say to them, welcome and greetings, although you will be charged a 30% tariff on the way out. It's funny the things that have been affected, isn't it? Like you kind of predict what's going to be affected by those things. You see the Kamloops Chronicle yesterday? No one reads the Kamloops Chronicle anymore, but the fuck, it's free now! You got it. It's inside all your flyers, It's inside the flyers. It was in there that all the fertility clinics in BC are suffering. Do you see this? Because before the samples were coming across the border, the samples for the fertilisation of the ladies. No one saw this. So now the BC sperm banks, they're paying like record amounts for samples. Did you not see this? $500 a sample? I know, I can see what you're thinking, mate. They're paying $500 a sample. The money you've let slip through your fingers. Great times, it's great, the pride. I mean, say what you like about Donald Trump, though. He would have had the fucking Red Bridge rebuilt by now. And Kelowna would have paid for it, thank you. I was going to say Alberta, but fuck Kelowna, yes. I was told the joke by my brother. He said, why can't you get a blowjob in Kamloops because all the cocksuckers are in Kelowna? Okay, I found the measure of this one. Happy days. It's a beautiful thing. This is why I wanted to end the tour here. I knew it's going to be fun here. So I moved here 10 years ago. I moved here 10 years ago. I moved to a small town in New Brunswick. I truly believe that there is nowhere better in Canada than the small towns and cities. The best place in the world to bring up a family, the sense of community you have here. I mean, I meet friends in England, and they say, oh, you live in Canada? I've been to Canada. And I go, really? Where? And they go, Toronto. And I go, you have to do that if you want to get one of these now. It's on the test. But no, I mean, obviously I love all of Canada, right? But they'll be like, yes, James, I've been to Canada. I've been up the CN Tower. I'm like, well, you've not really experienced true Canada then. If you've not been to a small town, I'm a great believer. If you want to experience true Canada, you've got to go to, I don't know, a wedding at the Legion in Merritt. Has anyone here been to one? Because I have actually been to a wedding in Merritt. I'm not making this up. I can tell you got married at the Legion in Merritt. I knew that when I could hear you shouting at the performers fucking when I was on the roof. Yes, that's a given. Probably had all 16 divorces in the Legion of Merit as well. I went to, I genuinely did, it was 4 years ago, I went to a wedding at the Legion of Merit. It was my wife's cousin getting married, 19 years old, all 6 of her kids were bridesmaids. Beautiful place. But yes, I truly believe it. I mean, again, I basically I moved here for a better quality of life. I wanted my children to grow up in a Canadian town. We don't have the sense of community that you have here in Canada. And again, I'm not going to bore you with stories about my kids. I know no one came out to hear that. I know you get sick of that at work. Everywhere you go, Facebook used to be fun. Do you remember that? Now it's just full of racism and pictures of other people's kids. Kid after kid after kid, kid. I mean, you're clicking like, but really you're looking for the couldn't give a shit button, aren't you? Let's be honest, we're all friends in here, right? We're all friends in here. Kids are a bit like farts, aren't they? You only like your own. But I have to say this, I mean, it's the best thing in the world. I moved from a city of 9 million people, I lived for 30 years, and I moved to a town of 5,000 people. I know, it's an amazing, you have no idea, like because you get there and you go, oh wow, there's a lot less people, everything's going to move a lot quicker. No. You go to a grocery store in London, right, there'll be a lineup of 100 people, right, blink and it's gone because no one talks to each other, barely even grunt at each other, right? Now I go into the grocery store, I'm in the lineup, right, but I'm still trying to scout out what's the best line for me, right, because you're a professional shopper, and I go, oh look, there's a lady with a basket in the cart line, that's a good one, you get closer, you look in the cart, in the basket, it's full of fruit, isn't it? Shit that needs weighing. I'm not falling for that again, no chance. Then I spot the perfect perfect line, one lady, one milk carton. I'm texting my wife, going to pull up out front. I'm almost bish bash bosh, sweet as a nut, lovely jubbly. I'll be out in 30 seconds. But what I haven't banked on is that Mavis clutching the milk. She ain't seen Doris the cashier for a couple of weeks. And she wants a blow-by-blow account of what went down at the meat drawer at the Legion last night. And you can't kick off, can you? In England, you can start a riot over that shit. No, but like, we're on one degree of separation. Everyone knows each other. I'm sent to stand there going. This country, this amazing, second biggest country in the world, right? This vast landmass, but it sometimes feels like a small village, even across this country. Like, look at the terrible things the biggest country in the world does, and look at the second biggest, Canada, the joy that it brings to the world, and we have this village feel. And when I was asked this 6 years ago, it's a true story. I was here in Kamloops, 2019, did a show, told a joke about a woman that I know in Sussex, New Brunswick, right? I thought far enough away from home. I'm like double the distance to England from New Brunswick. Done a joke, Friday night, Kamloops, joke about Monday morning, I'm in the St. John YMCA. This is how I swim, by the way. That kind of dog-eat paddle, right? And this lady passes me and she goes, I've got a bone to pick with you. London James would have just fucked up, and no, you know, small town James, I need to know what I've done wrong so I can fix it, right? So I'm trying to get back around really quick. I said, Joe, really sorry, what seems to be the problem? She goes, my sister told me what you said about me in Kamloops on Friday night. And that is the secret to the success of this country, isn't it? We hold each other accountable. It's a truly beautiful thing. I love it. You do have to get used to quite a few changes, though, living in a small town in New Brunswick to London. I'll give you an example, right? In England, it's the same as it probably is here in BC, right? In England, if you went to someone's house for dinner and they said to you, would you like a glass of wine, right? Civilised Kamloops, same as England, the host would leave the room, come back with a delicious glass of wine, no caveats, no buts, delicious glass of wine, right? Don't work like that. No, don't work like that in New Brunswick. No, you go to someone's house for dinner and they say to you, would you like a glass of wine? And you go, oh, I'd love a glass of wine, thanks very much. There's a sentence they will say that will make your heart drop, and that sentence is, I made it myself! Where does homemade wine come from as a concept? It doesn't exist anywhere else in the world. I've literally never heard of it. I'm going back to England for my first visit back, and my mates were like, your new life in Canada looks amazing. I said, it is, it's great. But I said, it's the thing. I said, they make their own wine. And my mates are going, oh, they all own vineyards? They've got fields with grapes and shit in them. No, it's just some woman in a basement in Westwold going. Smoke billowing out. It's like the beginning of Macbeth in there. But because I'm a moron, I didn't realise I had this 1 degree of separation thing. So I stupidly went on the CBCs, didn't I? Yeah, complaining about the homemade wine. And you guess what happened next? Yeah. For the subsequent 5 years, I drank more homemade wine than everyone else in the province put together. And every single house I went to, people went, oh, I heard what you said about the homemade wine. You've got to try. I homemade wine. And they're so proud of it, aren't they? And they shouldn't be. Every day I was having to say, listen, Auntie Brenda, I don't want to drink any of your just had watered poison Kool-Aid moonshine. Buy a bottle, you cheap bastard. And here's the thing, right, call me old-fashioned if you will, but I'm a big fan of wine-flavoured wine. Very popular for centuries. But these people, they think they know better. They're like, oh, James, you must try it. It's a special blend. It's pear and pubic hair flavour. the Falkland special, that one. Can't say I don't do my fucking research. It's truly lovely. I think the other thing I struggled with was, and I do this too now. Again, I'm a proud Canadian. I'm doing all the things that I'm talking about, but it's the way we give directions here to newcomers, right? We don't like to help the newcomers very much, do we? I moved to this place. I would ask you, in other parts of the world, if you ask a stranger for directions, they'll give you directions using local landmarks, maybe give you an address or show you on a map, right? But in New Brunswick, there's barely any phone signal anywhere, so you can't do the map thing, right? So you ask a stranger for directions, right? But they won't give you directions using local landmarks or addresses. They'll give you directions using landmarks of things that used to be there 25 fucking years ago. It's even worse in rural areas, right? But genuinely, we were on the way to find that gig in Oliver, BC, right? We got lost in the woods near, like, OK Falls, right? And we asked him, we saw a guy, we could tell he was local by looking at him. It was amazing we could actually, it was amazing we could see him because it was head to toe camouflage. And as we said, using Rachel in the way the Venables theatre is, right? And he goes, yeah, no problem. We thought, great, we're in safe hands here. Word for word, he goes, go to the end of this road, turn left at the tree where Donnie crashed his bike in '78. No idea. I've been living 10 years in the same house, and quite literally, I still get stopped in the street by people in New Brunswick going to me, it's you live in the Seeley's house. Pretty sure I live in the Mullinger's house, actually. Crucial point, we didn't buy the house from the Seeleys. They moved out 31 years ago. But to everyone in New Brunswick, it's still the Seeleys' house. This all came to a head for me, right? It all came to a head. I got lost. My wife sends me out during the day to get me to do little tasks, just to stop me from indulging in my favourite hobby of drinking all day. So she would go to this flooring company and get some floor numbers. I don't know anything, right? So she sends me out. I don't know. You can tell I don't know things. I'm not Billy. This is not a man. I tell you what, my father-in-law, like I'm looking out at this room, I see a lot of my father-in-laws in here. My father-in-law, proper rural man, grew up in the most ruralist spot of New Brunswick, right? Proper man. I can see real fucking men here that can do things. I can tell because you're carrying fucking Allen keys. That's the sign of a real man. You've got an Allen key on you, I can tell. Proper man. Barry was it? Proper man? Barry, see, I've met Barry already tonight. He's a proper man. My father-in-law is not... Yeah, in the bathroom. Allen key in the house. Look at that. Representing British Columbian men everywhere. That is amazing. I didn't even know what an Allen key looked like until now. Good on, what's your name, my friend? Joseph, very nice to meet you, Joseph. Respecting you. My father-in-law would love you for his daughter. This he is not impressed with at all. But my wife, his daughter, she could drive a tractor at 9 years old. Right? My sons now can drive a tractor at 9. That's why I moved to Canada, so they would have that upbringing. I didn't learn to drive a car till I was 35. I know, he's not, this is not a man. I mean, and I only learned for one reason. And as you can tell, I have no masculine pride or nothing remotely male about me in any way, shape or form. But the only reason I learned to drive was my wife got pregnant with our first child. And in the prenatal classes, they said, when you go into labour, when the waters break, call a taxi to take you to the hospital. And my wife goes, because she's Canadian girl. She goes, fuck that, I'll drive myself. Canadian women, right? And she would have, right? But even I, with no sense of male pride whatsoever, even I could not cope with the indignity of pulling up at the emergency entrance of the hospital. The doctors, the nurses, the midwives go running over to the passenger side. Pull open that door, and this climbs out. Yes, just trying to get a ride with the woman that's just had her waters broken on the side. Right? So I learned to drive very quickly, right? But just so I could be able to drive her to the hospital. Even then, she wouldn't. Anyway, she wouldn't. She drives everywhere. Like, even now, like, if you see us in a car together, she's always driving. 7-hour drive, she's doing it. Only time you'll ever see me behind the wheel is if she's paralytic, passed out, drunk. I'm allowed to be the DD, but that's it. She says that I don't. She says that because I get distracted too easily, right? And she says you're all over the shop, you don't focus. She said you can't. You're not. She says that I drive like I have sex. She says that I pull out without checking who else is coming. Sorry, I'm aware of the fact that I've started about 4 different stories. 4 different stories. Some of them are hanging, some of them are... But don't worry, my brain, it will all come back around. All the tentacles of these stories all comes back around. My brain looks like a Falkland family tree. Okay. Well, before we go any further, I should just tell you something about myself that I just discovered last year, that you maybe have already ascertained. It might not come as a surprise, but I'll tell you when. I just found out last year. It's a new thing to me. Turns out I have ADHD. That tends to be everyone's reaction. Not a single person I've told has gone, no, you? Everyone I tell, they're like, yeah! Have you not seen you? Nobody told me. I had no idea. No idea. I'm 38 years old. I've been working for the last 30 years. I had literally no idea. Every morning, I wake up at 4:30 in the morning. Right? I wake up 4:30. Second I wake up, I bolt out of bed like Dracula flying out of a coffin. And immediately, instantaneously, like 300 thoughts, suggestions, ideas, to-do lists come flooding into my head, and it is absolutely imperative that I act on them all immediately and finish none of them. I wake up and my brain goes, right, James, you need to go downstairs and start the laundry. Just do a bit of the laundry, put some of it in the wash, some of it in the dry, some of it on... Hey, plug in the iron, leave it, you won't forget about that. Start doing the dishes, leave the water running, that's it, leave the water running, you won't forget about that. Start emptying the dishwasher. When you start organising the Tupperware containers. Hang on, why are some Tupperware containers round when there's no round cupboards? You should Google that. Papa, how did the entire cast of Little House on the Prairie die? Ooh, click. Rabbit hole of research. One of them died of a terrible disease that started with an itchy foot. My foot's itchy. I'm going to die. Go. Start emailing the doctor to make an appointment, but just write dear and the first 3 letters of the doctor's name. Leave it in drafts. Start a new email to someone else. Start a new email. Leave it in drafts. Leave it in drafts. And the whole time, by the way, at this point, it's only about 4:47 a.m. And I'm looking at my wife sleeping soundly, thinking, how can this lazy bones just lie here? There's shit to do! I thought she was the problem. I had no idea. And then last year I went in for the tests. Went in and did all the, when I walked into my local, psychology clinic, the ADHD specialist for the test. It was a bit like those James Bond movies, you know, when he walks in and they're sat there, they're like, oh, Mr. Mullinger, we've been expecting you. Done all the tests, didn't I? Went in, a few weeks of going in every week, tappity tap, 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 you don't know why you're doing these things, and then I went in for the results and they go, turns out you're on the extreme end of the spectrum, Mr. Mullinger. Got 97 out of 100, best I've ever done in a test in my life. Must be thanks to my mum taking all that Tylenol when she was pregnant. I found this out and I thought, this explains my entire childhood. Like as a child, I couldn't focus in class, I couldn't speak to other kids in my class, I wasn't academic, wasn't athletic, couldn't make friends. But I had a terrible, lonely childhood. And I thought this explains all of the things I struggled with then. And I thought I should go back and tell my parents this face to face. Like this feels like a face to face thing for them to finally get. So I fly back to England, drive 3 hours to their house in Somerset, we sit around the coffee table, chit chat for a bit, and then after a bit I said, listen, Mum, Dad, there's a reason I came here, actually, there's something I need to tell you. And my mum goes, we did wonder. Not that, I mean, well, a couple of times in college, obviously. And, when I'm drinking in Kamloops, but other than that, not that. So it turns out I have ADHD. And just like you, they burst out laughing. And through the laughter, my mum goes, we thought you knew. No idea. Now, I love talking about this because I love the fact that Canada is such a thoughtful and inclusive country in the way in which we have this sense of community here. That speaking about this in schools and meeting kids that are going through what I went through then, but unlike then when I was kind of, genuinely like suicidal and was having a terrible time, meeting kids being taught how to turn it into a superpower. I love the fact that we live in a country. I don't think if I'd have stayed in England, I would ever have found this out about myself. I don't think anyone would have cared enough to tell me to. It was actually one of my son's elementary school teachers who actually kind of recommended that I get some specialist. She came, I was picking him up from school and she came up to me and said, you want to get yourself looked at. I'll get back to the story in a minute. I just want to tell you one more thing, one more share, if I may. Probably don't need to say this, probably as obvious as the last thing, but I don't take the meds. I tried them, but then when they said that you're on the extreme end of the spectrum, you really should, take these. I tried them, I tried the meds at home. And it really freaked my wife out. I tried the meds, and I went completely normal. My arm was completely straight by my side. I was actually walking around the house like this. Completely still. Even that was really hard to do, to be honest. Just acting that, it was hard enough. But suddenly I'm completely still. And I'm saying all these really weird things to freak my wife out, like, do we have insurance on this house? What? Who is this? Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is that, don't get me wrong, it made me feel a lot better, it was a lot easier, I didn't have all of the things running around, but I've been doing this job like this in this state for 20 years, like this, and this is the funnest part of my day. So what I'm trying to say is that, and I didn't want to ruin that, so I just thought, well, I'm trying to say the other 23 hours a day of my life were a living hell, just so I can have this 1 hour of fun with you. This will be the name of my next tour will be James Live Off the Meds. Okay, where was I? Yes, so I was looking for a flooring shop. Do you remember? You keeping up? Half an hour ago. Where are you from? Are you from England, my friend? I love your t-shirt. This is a British and Canadian t-shirt in one. God bless you, my friend. What's your name? Steve, very nice to meet you. Where are you from originally?
Well, we've moved here from Weatherby, from Yorkshire, Nottingham originally.
Beautiful. How long have you been here in Kamloops?
Since August last year.
And newcomers, welcome, my friend. So nice to meet you. Welcome. Beautiful. Are you friends? You've never met? So, In England, there's no way you'd be sitting with a stranger, but look, here in Kamloops, they're already fitting in! Tanya, look at this. Canadians are best made friends. I really hope you'll be as happy here in Canada as I've been. You're living in one of the best cities anywhere, so God bless you, my friends. That's beautiful. Welcome, and thanks for being here tonight. And by the way, yes, if anyone does want to go to the washroom, and I'm not one of those American comedians that does one of those really clever things and goes, "Where the fuck do you think you're going?" If you need a note, if you need a read, and you want to go to the bar, come on, mate, yeah. Seriously. We're all friends in here, right? This is not, you need a read, you have a wee, you need a drink, you have a joy, it's just fine, it's a party. So yeah, I'm looking for a flooring shop, and one more point. When I told my mum about the ADHD thing, you know what she did? She actually pulled out my school reports. Yeah, like as if it was some kind of smoking gun of evidence from the 80s, right? And things were different in the 80s. Anyway, her and my dad sat there in front of me. I was there for one night, just laughing their asses off, really, as if I should have known all along about the 80s. So I just thought, I want other people to enjoy what they just knew. So I stole those school reports. I have them here tonight. Do you want to hear them? I want to point out, it was not easy growing up in the 80s, was it? No. Right, there it is. Right, King Edward School. Okay, this was in Surrey. This is my English report, age 12. So this is my mum's. This is her reasoning for why I should have known all along that I had ADHD, okay? So as you will know, second year is age 12 in England. So age 12, English report. James has a worryingly lively imagination and has produced some bizarre work this time. He is far too easily distracted in class, which prevents him from participating in any form of discussion. He has the potential to attain a high standard, but is highly unlikely to do so. As an English teacher, let me tell you what, 12 years old! Our kids do not know how easy they've got it. By the way, these are in the order that my mum was reading them. So I said, well, Mum, that's not really... I said, I know they said concentrate, and it's not really evidence. And she's like, hold on. Okay, science, second year. James must learn to concentrate if he hopes to improve on his diabolical examination performance of 19 out of 100. You can see why I was so happy with the 97 on the ADHD test. He is far, so this is second, also 12. He is easily distracted, has not made enough effort, and I do not believe that James's brain is working to maximum capacity. The 80s were brutal! Home technology, third year, age 13. James tries quite hard, both in and out of class. Not really her job to comment on my shitty playground performance. I'm the least popular kid in school. I don't need to be. I know I've got the wedgie marks to prove it. It doesn't need to be in blue ink. James shows a lively interest and can write quite well when sufficiently prepared, but his disorganisation may be his Achilles heel, which may therefore require preventative surgery. A 15-year-old being diagnosed with a lobotomy. And it goes on, James doesn't concentrate, he's drifted off into a daydream, gets himself confused. And I'm like, Mum, these are not... And by this point, she was prancing around the kitchen like she's in a courtroom drama. She's lowered it. It's like she's in like To Kill a Mockingbird or something, right? I'm like, but Mum, like, I know that these buzzwords like poor concentration and can't focus. I said that we know that now, but we didn't know that then. And she's like, you can't handle the truth. Like, she is lovely. And then then she gets to this one, right? And she starts waving. This is her smoking gun. She is waving this around. Now, at this point, she has gone full-blown Johnny Cochran at the end of the OJ trial. She is waving this around like it's a glove that doesn't fit. For those of you that like your cultural references up to date.
Yes.
I quickly suspected that James's inconsistent and erratic work was explained by more than simply a cavalier attitude. He should now, in my opinion, receive specialist help with what I believe to be a learning difficulty, which I think would be of great benefit to James. And I said, you know what, Mum? I said, I do apologise. I said, I must be the trauma from all the bullying. I genuinely don't remember reading that report. And I also must have blocked out and certainly don't remember ever getting any of this specialist help.
Yeah.
So, highly recommended. To which she replies, oh no, we told them not to bother with any of that bullshit. My dad goes, we don't believe in any of that hocus pocus. Anyway, we live in a better time. Anyway, I'm shopping, I'm looking for a flooring shop. I won't even bother going back to that. My point was, this was me being confused about the directions. This is a true story. I've been living here for about 8 months. I was looking for this flooring shop and I got lost at a mall in St. John. And I went up to a lady and said, excuse me madam, do you know the way to this B&N flooring shop? And word for word, she says to me, she goes, do you know where Zella's used to be? Do I look or sound like I know where Zella's used to be? I don't even know what a fucking Zella's is! I mean, I now know from my research, right, because I've ascertained that if you want to live and succeed in this country, you need a degree in failed Canadian businesses. So I now know that the building in question, the building to which she was referring, was actually behind where I was standing. And of course it would make perfect sense to say where Zella's used to be if we're talking about like an old disused building with a Zella's sign swinging off it. But no, it's now what I believe to be a fairly well-known established chain called Walmart. She could see the Walmart sign in the periphery of her vision, but she still calls it where Zella's used to be. Now, I am so flummoxed and thrown by this that night, I'm like, I've got to talk about this. So I go to my therapy sessions, a gig, right? So I go to a Yuck Yucks in St. John. Well, where Yuck Yucks used to be. And I get to this point in the story about this woman saying where Zella's used to be, and a woman at the back of the room stands up very angry, right, and she shouts out, well, she's obviously not a true Canadian. I said, why is that? She said, because if she was, she would have said it's where Kmart used to be. But we're all doing it everywhere, aren't we? We're doing it everywhere. I mean, I remember coming here and asking for a grocery store, and someone said, oh yeah, no problem, just going up there, look for Coopers. Oh, by the way, if you get sent to Coopers, it's called Save On Foods now. Yeah, so you see, this is what I do for newcomers, because they like to mess with us, right? Send you looking for Coopers. Coopers has been gone for about 10 years. It's been Save On Foods for a decade, but Save On take it over. They keep this company going, and everyone in Kamloops goes, "Fuck you, we're calling it Coopers." And it's true, like, what's the other one? The Sandman Arena will always be the Coliseum. You're never going to call it the Sandman. Fuck the Sandman! And again, I want to help educate you, because again, you have to get used to, and it's only fair, right? The great thing about this great country is they're so kind to welcome us in that it's our job to figure stuff out for ourselves. And I mean, I have to say, like, because Canadians are very well versed in British vernacular, aren't you? Because you've all studied the works of Downton Abbey and Coronation Street. Whereas when I moved in, the only thing of Canadian culture that I watched was Trailer Park Boys. So you all know that sidewalk here is the pavement in England. The trunk of the car is the boot. You all know like a jumper, that's a nice sweater. In England it's a jumper, and here a jumper's like a suicide attempt, isn't it? Like it's all different meanings. Oh, here's another one for you. What they call an eraser here. In England, it's a rubber, yeah. My eldest son found that out the hard way. First day of elementary school, meeting all the teachers, all the kids, giving them a pen and paper. He said, excuse me, miss, can I borrow your rubber? They all look horrified, so he thinks he's helping by going, I don't want to make a mistake. But the one that I didn't know, and again, I'm sure you've learned this one by now, my friend, is that these trousers, you call these trousers, yes, it's okay. Yeah, thank you.
I'm from Scotland, yes, trousers.
Brilliant. Okay, great news. Thank you. Yeah, but sorry, I didn't need an advisor. I got this. Okay. Trousers. You call these pants, right?
Yeah.
In England, pants are the underpants. Yeah, that made my first doctor's appointment pretty awkward. Don't make the same mistake. It was my first week living here. My first week, I go and see my wife's family doctor for life, Dr. Daniel Scott, Brown Bay Westfield Doctor Surgery. I'll keep using his real name until the lawsuit plays out. I go and see him with my injured knee, and he goes, oh, take off your pants, I'll be back in a minute. I thought that's a bit odd. Why's he got to get in all this malarkey? And then, but when it is my first appointment since moving here, maybe he's got to do the full checkup. Gentlemen, most of you I think in here are 40 or over. You all know what I'm referring to when I mentioned the tappy. You're under 40, aren't you, sir? Yeah, how old are you, if you mind me asking? 18, oh, you're wonderful. And coming to Anarchy, my goodness, you look after people in Kamloops. That's amazing. You've got 22 years to go for this, because when you turn 40, you basically have to go, once a year, gentlemen, we have to go into the doctors, and they make you take off all your clothes, and then they try and put you at ease. If I say, it don't work, but they'll say something to put you at ease. Fucking hell. Okay, you know what, I will definitely give you all the time you want. I'll give you all the time you want in 20 minutes, but just so I can just give it to everyone that paid for a show. There's 20 minutes, I'm all yours. All night, whatever you want. Just let the people that paid for a show have a show. Beautiful. Where am I? Yes, 20. So, fucking lost it now. Okay. Oh, I know about tapping jumps. Seriously, I've got ADHD, I've got 500 voices in my head. I don't need another one shouting at me. Right, enough voices in there, trust me. And I can't drink before a gig, so I can't even drown out the screaming in my head with alcohol. So yeah, you turn 40, and every year you learn something about your body. So 40, you go into the doctors, don't you? Right? And they take off the clothes, and the doctor, they'll put you at ease. They'll say something like, are you going on holiday this year? It don't work, because every man in the world just goes, I don't know. She might have booked something, I don't know. At that point, the doctor just goes, tap, and you go, ooh, like this. It's a little tree, isn't it? It's a little tree, right? A little tree. 40, every year after that, you something new. 41's the worst, because, you're 18, you go for a wee, right? You go for a wee. I know how it works. You walk in, you go for a wee. You unzip, take out the member. You do the wee, don't you? You do the wee, you finish the wee, you do shaky, shake. At the end, if you're feeling a bit harsh, dab. You're expecting a visitor, maybe. A visitor from Kelowna. Or for those older gentlemen of us, it's our birthday. Anyway, you put the member away, walk out, end of story, right? Zip up, wash your hands, gone, right? So 41, all changes, right? Starts the same, right? I'm a 41st birthday, I go in, unzip, wee, do the wee, shaky, shake. Dab. put the member away, whole other piss happens. And I don't mean a dribble. I don't mean a dribble. I mean a bigger wee than the one that you went in there to do. And the first time it happens, you know, that's an unfortunate one-off. And then after a while, this is you're in there, you're pushing in the bladder, you can fit, there's definitely nothing in there. It's as if the wee is travelling through the member, and it gets to the penis, and it's like, come on lads, hold on, let's fuck with it. Shake this out, that won't work. Shake this out. Oh look, he's dabbing the top, he thinks he's getting lucky. Yeah, good luck with that, mate. Hang on, we're going in, I feel cloth, I feel fabric, we're in, go, go, go. I tried everything, right? When I go to bed at night, right, I go into the washroom, I sit down on the loo. I've got a pile of books there, right? I sit down and do the first week. I'm not falling for that. Wait 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes? I'm thinking that should be fine. I've had nothing to drink since lunchtime. Wait another 20 minutes just to be sure. A dribble comes, I think I'm good to go. Pull up my pyjama trousers, massive piss, right? Walking into the bedroom, my wife's like, why's there a massive wet patch? I was washing my face and the water's spilled. She's like, every night? Anyway, sorry, so the point being, at 40 years to get tappy is the point. So anyway, so I assume, so back to the doctor's office, right, tangents. I assume when he says take off your pants, I'll be back in a minute, he means tappy, right, rather than check injured knee, right? So I take off my trousers, as I would call them, or pants as you would call them, and underpants as you would call them, or pants as I would call them. Now at that point I realised that I'm wearing quite a long t-shirt, and I want to keep this show nice and clean, but just for the sake of the story, it's very important that I emphasise to you that what's underneath the t-shirt isn't very long. So I realise this is going to slow things down. The doctors like to go in quick for the tap, and it's going to slow it down if when he comes in, right, I have to go, ooh. Slow things down, we're probably going to butt heads, knock each other out, and then you're naked on the floor of a stranger's office. So I'm only telling you this to justify why I did what I did next. I thought I'll make life easy for Dr. Scott. I'll take the t-shirt off as well. Standing completely naked. I say completely naked, I kept my socks on. Got to maintain some dignity in these situations. Now, I'm not really a confident man off stage. Like I didn't really, least of all when I'm naked in a stranger's office and I'm feeling a bit exposed. And I thought, what can I do? I thought he probably doesn't want me sitting in his chair. The only other thing in there is that like butcher's chopping board. With the much meat are they chopping in there? Yeah. And I thought, well, I feel too exposed, so I thought, I know what I'll do, right? Just so I feel a bit less. I'll turn around and face the wall. So when he comes in, it's just my bottom. One with a bottom. You have a bottom in a PG movie, right? And I figure when he comes in, right? When he comes in, I'll just do something really normal. And I'm creepy like this. I'll just go. Makes perfect sense, right? So I'm stood there for some time, like I don't know where he's gone. He's gone for ages. Everyone in St. John has two completely disparate jobs. So I'm thinking, is he out? Has he got a hairdressing salon out the back? Gone for ages. Anyway, I keep looking around just to check he hasn't just come back in quietly, right? And anyway, on one of these looks around, just by chance, I'll catch a little glimpse of myself in a mirror over there. And it turns out that rather than looking kind of coy and shy as I'd hoped. I actually just looked a little bit flirtatious. I was planning something. Hey, Doc. Didn't expect you to show up. What would someone that does seduction-y things do? I don't know. So in the end I thought, I can't do this looks too much. So I thought, I'll just opt for a classic, it's a favourite, we've all done it, the old Englishman on a beach, right, this. The microphone is not meant to signify anything. And I'm there for another 5 minutes. Eventually I hear these footsteps coming towards the door, right? And I have no idea why I did what I did next. I put it down to possibly being jet lagged, tired. Just that they say the most stressful thing in life is moving house, changing jobs, and having a baby. We did all three in the space of a month and moved countries with no plan. And we moved to St. John, and everyone's saying to us, everyone greeted us, not with hello, welcome, greetings. Everyone we met just greeted us with the typical St. John greeting of, why the fuck did you move here? For making newcomers feel like morons for coming. And then everyone said, what do you do for a living? Which urban company do you work for? And I was like, oh no, I'm a comedian. And then I go, oh no. To laugh about it, you've got to go out west for the jokes. Maybe I was trying to be funny, I don't know. All I know is he comes to the door expecting none of this. And as he opened the door, for some unknown reason, I did this. To this day, I am banned from Dr. Scott's office. And word travels very fast in a small town. I was so embarrassed by this that I actually didn't get another family doctor in New Brunswick. I waited till I went back home to see my parents. I would go to Battersea in South London, where I used to have a doctor, and go there for my taps. Anyway, and then of course COVID's here, and then every doctor's appointment had to be on the Zooms. Anyone have to do anything? An intimate appointment on a Zoom? I was stuck with it. I couldn't get a new. So I may offer some advice to anyone that if you do find yourself in that situation, I mean, as I was, how can I put this politely? If you do find yourself in the unfortunate predicament of, I guess the best way to put it, teabagging a laptop. Don't choke on that tea bag. If you do find yourself listening to tea bag numbers, may I highly recommend that you do check you correctly exited the Teams meeting you were. Ladies and gentlemen, do you have time for one more story, and then we'll. We have one more time for one more? I want to say this, seriously, I mean, I knew this was going to be fun tonight, but I had no idea how great you guys were going to be. It was truly phenomenal. Thank you so much. This has been the most... This is how I remembered it in Kamloops, and I just want to say that this gig is for Drew McLean, who brought me over for the Camp Comedy Fest. Truly great, and it's funny, like, I just, living in Canada for these last 10 years, it's been the happiest time of my life. Like, everything that I thought would happen, happened. It's an amazing thing you do, the way that you greet newcomers and welcome newcomers. And I work with so many newcomer groups, and I meet people who are all coming here for different reasons, and it could be because they're leaving, terrible wars in Syria, or they're coming by choice like I did. But the one thing that everyone agrees on, no matter what reason they had to come here, is the fact that what they fall in love with is the people here, and it's the way in which you welcome us. It's truly an amazing thing. So thank you. grateful to my wife. I don't think if I'd have ever met my wife, I would have ended up living in Canada, right? It's thanks to her. We've been together 25 years. We actually celebrated our 20th wedding anniversary last week. And I never understand people complaining about their lot. Like, things change in life. But I just think, I'm someone that loves to embrace. I just think if you're lucky enough to have found, look at you, beautiful couple, right? If you're lucky enough to have found another human being that is willing to have sex with you every 4 or 5 months of your life. I mean, I'm not someone I feel grateful for every part of my life. Like I have friends who complain about everything. They're like, oh, we don't do it often enough, or it's not kinky enough, it's not exciting enough. And I'm like, but God or nature, whatever you believe, created, if you put body parts together, whether it's male and male, or female and female, male and female, whatever it is, or a dozen of each, right? Put them together. Amazing feelings, right? Why in the Bible means if you want to do more, but don't be mad. It's not. If I'm with my wife, the mother of my children, if I'm plugged in, I'm happy, ladies and gents. That's all there is. And I'm not looking for more. But people say there's no surprises in marriage anymore. Now I'm here tonight, at the end of this show, to dispel that myth. Right? We were last week, 20th anniversary, wedding anniversary. We are making the love, right? Making the love. This is what everyone else is doing these days. This is my move, in case anyone was wondering. Making the love, right? Now, I'm not wishing for more or thinking, oh, why isn't it more exciting? Why don't we do it more often? I'm not thinking that. I'm just thinking, plugged into the mother of my child, it's as good as it gets, right? But then suddenly, out of the blue, so I'm already as happy as I get. So I thought. Then suddenly, out of the blue, she pulls out of the bag like a special move downstairs. Yes, I know if you all have a special move, but I'm not going to start a survey, don't worry, no one needs to worry. Sometimes people volunteer information, right? But you know, everyone has a special move. You don't waste a special move on a first date, though, do you? Everyone is, what's your move?
The rose.
The rose, okay, I don't want to know what that is. I just know what it is. I think, is the rose the old, is it, I'm not being crass here.
It's an actual rose that you put in your
interesting, there we go, there's my move. I don't feel like I should, looking at the whole phone, look at Will's face, I don't know if I should share the one that I heard in well, I'll tell you the one that we...
there's waterworks.
Oh yes, okay, now I feel you've turned everyone off this. I thought the one that I heard in Seminar was bad, but not bad. But I was wary of saying it, but I'm not being crass. I'm just going to tell you what I was told. It is a move, which and the great thing about a special move is the man doesn't know what it is. You just feel it. So I was told this one apparently is great, and you're welcome to have it. It's a clamp finger up the bum. Anyway. You don't waste a special move on a first date. You save it, is the point, right? You have the move, and what you do is you've been dating for maybe 6 months, 8 months, it goes to like a year, and after a year you're like, he hasn't proposed yet, and your friends are like, oh, do the special move tonight. Good point, so that night they're making love, and then suddenly, right, and he's like, will you marry me? But here's the thing, my wife and I, 25 years together, 20 years married, presumably men before me have enjoyed that move.
Oh my!
What the fuck was she waiting for? 25 birthdays! 25 birthdays! But the wedding night 20 years ago, we were at the Drake Hotel in Toronto. She's wearing a dress that cost more than I make in a month, a ring that cost more than I make in 2 months. Right, we've got champagne there. We're making love. To me, it was the greatest day of our lives. And she's lying there thinking, nah, I'll save it for a special occasion. And she sits on this special move for another 20 years. And then pulls it out of the bag on a rainy Tuesday night in New Brunswick. I am not thinking any of this, of course. I'm not thinking any of this. I'm just happy to know that a feeling like this exists. I've gone from the peak of happiness in bed with the woman. It's just suddenly I'm just over the moon that this thing even exists. I'm not having any of these thoughts. And the genius of it was she hadn't even dropped any hints during the day. Like, if you had been sitting on a special move for 25 years. When you dropped a couple of hints during the day, like, you don't know what's coming tonight. And you, oh, no, right before doing it, what I would have done is something classy this. I would have gone, yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But my wife's smarter than that, you see. What she stayed poker face. She just kept her normal sex face on, which is this. Normal sex face, and then suddenly, boom! This crescendo, this feeling where I've gone from the happiest I get to a whole different level of happiness. Suddenly, there's no wars in the world, there's no poverty in the world, all of my insecurities are gone, all my fears are gone, all my worries are gone, fucking unicorns are jumping over rainbows. I am the happiest I have ever been. I'm at this absolute peak of ecstasy, peak of joy, peak of happiness, and then suddenly, I don't know why, my head just suddenly jerked slightly to the right, and it turned out the dog was licking my arm. I will be honest with you, Kamloops. I didn't stop. In actual fact, the next time we made love, I actually got peanut butter. Ladies and gentlemen, you can absolutely amazing. Please keep supporting Trainwreck Comedy. I will be back here next year. God bless you. Are you ready to do it?
For James. Now we can be honest, I only understood half of the shit that came out of it. I don't know. And also that story he told there, he hasn't told that the whole tour about the dog. And I did notice on the drive here that unlike my phone, where the backdrop and wallpaper is my family, his is his dog. It's true, it's true. And I didn't think much of it, but now that I've heard that story, I'm like, oh fuck, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he is definitely the dog. This has been a treat. Round of applause if you would come back again to a Trainwreck Comedy Show. Come back. I bring a shittier car, so I'm not so worried about it getting stolen. I would also come back here. It's been a treat. Please check out trainwreckcomedy.com. We have shows coming up all the time. We will be back in Kamloops soon. I actually believe in May. We're going to do something over at the Sagebrush Theater, and it's going to be a big show. I haven't announced it yet, but you will see it. It's going to be a big comic. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we will be back. And one more time, let's hear a round of applause for everyone who saw tonight. The Effie, they were amazing. Let's hear for Alex on the door. He did a great job. Aaron and the team here at the Effie, they've been amazing. Thank you so very much. Everybody get home safe tonight. And if you see me in the back alley with this lady, just fucking leave us alone, okay? We are busy.